Lunchtime. So earlier this week, I posted a video of me making my smoothie bowl and asked, hey, who wants to know exactly what goes in this smoothie bowl? And a whole wackadoodle of you were like, yes, please, it looks delicious. So we're heading into the kitchen. We're gonna whip up a little smoothie bowl for you. Get your napkin, it's gonna be tasty. So if you have a crappy blender, this isn't gonna fly. It's probably gonna be the end of your blender's life. So if you're not sure if you're a kid and you're not sure if you have a crappy blender, ask your mom and dad. Do we have a crappy blender or a good blender? I have a Vitamix blender and it's solid. I've been through 2 Ninja blenders and they're good, but they will wear out eventually. So start with a good blender. Then it is time to assemble your ingredients. So you need some protein powder. I use a couple different brands, but always a vegan protein powder and usually one that's NSF certified. So I know there isn't a bunch of junk in there that I don't want. This is a combination of plain and chocolate because I find when you go all chocolate, it's just too sweet. Then I've got a smoothie booster that I make myself. So it's a combination of cinnamon, cocoa, chaga, turmeric, black pepper. There's something else. I'm gonna have to run to the basement and look. 1 second. Maca powder. Maca. It's fun to say. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Maybe it's masa powder. Anyway, so I mix those up together ahead of time, keep them in my little smoothie booster container. Then we'll go in the pantry, pull out some coconut. We're gonna use some chia and some flax, and then we need our dairy. Nuts, pumpkin seeds, those are for later. Plain yogurt, kefir, and finally into the freezer for some frozen goodies. Don't freak out, I'll show you what everything is as I added it. I'm gonna start with 1 scoop of protein powder. And if you want more, add more. I don't feel I need that much protein. We aren't really protein deficient, despite what magazine articles would like us to believe. Then I put in 1 big spoon of smoothie booster. So again, that's cinnamon, turmeric, maca powder, chaga mushroom powder, and cocoa and black pepper. Because you need if you're eating turmeric, you need black pepper to sort of, I'm not sure what, it increases the bioavailability of the turmeric. So if you're just having plain turmeric, not so great. But add a little black pepper, you're off to the races. This is just Greek yogurt. It's not the brand I usually use. We ran out, so Paul had to run out to the Shoppers Drug Mart and get some more. So I just put in about that much. Probably like 1/3 of a cup. I'm not really a measurer. Then I throw in some shredded coconut, like this much. Now it's time for the frozen goodies. So I'll put in like a little handful of avocado. So it gives me some healthy fats, but it also makes the smoothie bowl like nice and creamy tasting. You don't taste at all like, is there avocado in here with my mango? Speaking of mango, how did you know? We were just talking about you. Throw in some mango. Don't overdo it. I tend to overdo it, and then this thing is like humongous. So just a little bit of everything. And then I like me some berries. So this is just a frozen blend of cherries, blueberries, and blackberries. Oh yeah. One for the chef. Okay, back in the freezer. This is where things get a little touch and go and very noisy. I'm gonna add in some kefir, but not too much because I'm not trying to make a smoothie shake, I'm trying to make a smoothie bowl. Then you get out this little tool. This comes with your Vitamix blender and it's made so that when you put it in the top, it will not go into the blades. That works very well. I'll tell you what doesn't work based on my experience. If you've taken the lid off to sort of inspect things and then you jam this thing in, it doesn't quite have the same effect. You end up shearing the end off and having your smoothie bowl filled with plastic. Yes, I did that. I know, I'm an idiot. Next, you're gonna plug in your blender. Turn it on, turn it to the smoothie feature. Plug your ears, this is gonna be seriously loud. But once it gets going, the fruit is gonna have trouble getting chewed up. So you're gonna have to get, here we go, we're going in. Told you. So then now you're burning calories while you're making your smoothie bowl. It's like a win-win. So you want to get it so that it's just going to blend, but again, you don't want to turn it into a milkshake. I'm going to add a little bit more kefir, and then we're going to go at it again. Now, I know what you're going to ask. You're going to ask, well, could you add peanut butter? Yes. Could you add spinach? You could add anything you want, as long as it's sort of a healthy whole food. Don't be adding your chocolate chips, because I know that's what you're thinking. Don't be adding chocolate chips. Come on. Okay, you can add chocolate chips just as a treat, you know. Won't tell. Will tell. Get in my belly. Okay, now we inspect our work. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty darn tasty. I gotta make some space. You should always clean up as you go. Now we get to eat. So we'll pour this out. And that's the consistency that you want. So it should come out, you know, kind of like ice cream. Like soft serve ice cream. We want no smoothie left behind. Oh yeah. And the next question you should be asking yourself always is, how can I make this even healthier? So if I add in a tablespoon of ground flax, zoop, a tablespoon of chia seeds, zoop, and a combination of mixed unsalted nuts, Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, in you go. Now it's time to do some serious eating. So I'm going to smush that stuff all around. Kind of mix it in. You're not going to notice the flax, you're not going to notice the chia. It's just going to give it actually a little bit of crunchy texture, which is really, really nice. There's a great book by a guy named Dr. Michael Greger called the How Not to Die. And I think he's also made like a How Not to Diet, but the book I'm talking about is How Not to Die. And I listened to it on audiobook. It's fantastic, but a lot of it talks about just simple foods you can add to your everyday nutrition that really dramatically decreases the risk of disease. So if you're looking for ways you can add those to like every meal, it's perfect. Now is when I get to stuff my face. It's so good. It literally tastes like you're eating soft serve ice cream, except it's good for you. It's delicious. If you're insensitive to or intolerant to dairy, or you can't eat dairy, or you don't eat dairy, or whatever, you can try it with alternatives. I always make it this way, so I don't know how it's going to taste, how it's going to come out, but you can always give it a whirl. If you want me to post more healthy food recipes that are super simple to whip up, just leave a comment below, and I'll do it. I'm actually a pretty good cook, so I'd be happy to share some more ideas with you. Otherwise, now's the time to like. I know you're all hungry right now. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe go try to make yourself a smoothie bowl. See ya.